Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is like 5 in the morning, and you're like, what the heck, DJ Save Minus, what you doing up so early in the morning? Well, I was asleep, and I heard a large crash. I heard a bang. You know, when something like that happens, actually it's 5:30 in the morning, and when something like that happens, you're like, what the? And you get up, and dang, cat knocked that over. It's like, man, crazy cat woke me up. But now that I'm up, I can't sleep, so I got a question. Somebody asked me what clamps do I use to put it on the pole on the RCF. If you notice, this pole is pretty thick, but up here it gets thin. It gets thin up here. So what I do, I use these regular clamps. Now these clamps right here has this little thing in the inside, and they got some other ones that are, I'm not sure the size of the clamp. I gotta look up the size. But anyways, they have another one that's inside that's a little thinner. I haven't used those yet, but check this out. What I do, I just get my light and I put the clamp sideways. I put the clamp sideways like this, and I just slide it through the pole. I just slide it, and that's it. I don't even have to loosen it because the pole is thinner, and that's it. That's all I do. It's kind of loose and ghetto-ish, but the light is heavy, so it's not gonna go anywhere. The vibration not gonna move in. And what I do, I just loosen it up and see where the gravity's pulling the light at. So basically, I just put it like this. The gravity's pulling it like that, the light. I'll show you right now. I just slide it through the pole. I don't have to unloosen the clamp. And I put it in the back of because I don't want to put it in the front because of weight. It might tip over the speaker. And I noticed that last time I put it in the front, people were bumping into it. So I put it in the back of the speaker. And this way it doesn't really do anything. And another update. I'm going to give you guys a bunch of updates. Somebody also told me about my flat tire that I got in the car. And they said, go ahead and just fix it yourself. But the tires are brand new. And I went back to the place where I got them at. And they're still covered. They're going to replace the tire. But here's what the part that sucks. They're not going to have the tire till either Thursday or Friday. And I have a gig on Friday and a gig on Saturday. So that's kind of worrying me because I don't want to be driving around with a spare tire on the car. It's a small little tire. And I don't want to be driving around with a spare tire. So now I'm a little worried. So I'm hoping it gets here Thursday. And I won't be worried as much. But for now, I'm a little bit worried about that because I don't want to. We'll see. But anyway, so let me slide it through and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. And I'm going to give you another update about my mydmxgo. So basically, the weight of this light is in the bottom. I'm going to slide it through real quick and then I'll show you. I don't even have to unclamp it. So basically, I just slide it through the pole before I put the top on. And I slide it and that's it. See how the weight is like, and I just tighten it up right here and all. And then this right here, it's kind of tilted a little, but it doesn't bother me. Now I'm gonna give you guys another update of this RCFs and another update on my mydmxgo. The two things I noticed. Last night, I got two phones. Had my phones right here on the table, and I was playing with my lights because I added three more fixtures, or three more scenes. Added three more scenes. And if you're wondering where I get my ideas for the lights, colors, I watch a lot of concerts. Sometimes when I'm working, I watch concerts and I'm looking at their lights and I see the colors that they're using. And I say, oh, I like that pattern. I like the way they did that. And basically I try to mimic their colors. Like that, I seen a concert where everything was red and the moving heads was cyan. And I like that color combination. It's looking nice. So I did that. I made them all red, and I made the uplighting and the moving heads cyan. It was my cat. And pretty sweet. So basically, I'm gonna give you three updates. Let's finish this one right here. So basically, that's all I do. I just slide it through, and I just tighten it up a little bit, and I shine that to the dance floor, or wherever, the walls, or wherever. And then here goes another update. These RCF speakers. I'm a little short, so I'm reaching. Here's, see the way, hey, just enough room. Perfect. So for these speakers, this one is fine. This one is not too loose. But what I noticed, the other speaker is loose. So with that vibration, my speakers are turning sideways. And I don't like that. You know, I wish they would have made a little knob on the back where you could tighten it up just a little bit so it won't move with the vibration. The other speaker is kind of loose, but I already have an idea for how to fix that. I don't want to put any tape on the pole, because if I put tape on the pole, these poles get switched back and forth, you know, and I might put it on this one, and this one will be super tight, you know what I mean? So I don't want to put any gaff tape on the pole. But my other plan B is when I get at the party, I could just grab a napkin, grab a small little piece of napkin and put it on the pole, and just slide the speaker in, and the napkin will make it nice and snuggy. So I'm thinking about using a napkin, just a paper napkin. I don't need a big thick napkin. I just need a little piece to just stick it in there, because I used to do that to my turntables. They used to be loose, and I put a piece of paper where the record goes, because some records have a bigger hole and it's super like too loose. It make the needle jump. So I used to put a piece of paper on my like, they say it goes a record and it got the little thing on the turntable, and I put the record in. It had a hole on the record. That hole used to be big, so I used to stuff some paper in there to make it just a little loose or a little tighter, because you don't want it too loose or the needle will be skipping. So that's what I'm going to do to the speaker. I'm going to put a piece of napkin and see how that works. So that's the idea that I was thinking about doing, because I noticed on my last couple gigs, the speaker like sideways, and I'm like, oh no, get back in the middle. And next thing I was back on the side, hitting the wall. So that's that update. I got the tire update. Let's talk about my DMXgo. I don't know if I talked about it, but I had my two phones on the table last night, and I was playing around with my DMXgo. I was making some new scenes, and my two phones, I was wondering why my lights acting silly. They was changing different colors and acting weird. And I'm like, that's strange. I do have interference once in a while, but for some reason I wasn't thinking. And I'm like, why is that? It's acting weird. I must have rebooted that, unplugged this. And that's when I noticed my phone's there. I grabbed my phones and moved them out the way, and guess what? My lights are working fine. So now that I know this doesn't interfere, there's no interference here. I know this is only the Wi-Fi, or I always notice it's always the internet. Like I did another party where there was some telephone poles above me, and I was outdoors, and I was getting a lot of interference. So I'm thinking either the Wi-Fi, there's a lot of interference when it's getting all weird. People phones, you know, but people always told me about when I put this next to my lights, like I clamp it on the T-bar. They always tell me don't do that. Add a like a little 3-foot DMX cable, separate this from this antenna. But I never had interference with this, never. I never had any issues with this. I did notice the phones, and I never had any interference with this electronics, all this stuff here. I never had any issues here, but it's always, I just noticed it was the phones, and I know the phones has that 5G, and you know, that's what I'm guessing. I'm gonna try to duplicate it again tonight and see if it has the same results. But as soon as I move the phones, they start working fine. I have both phones here, because I have the other phone over there just sitting there. So I like to always try to duplicate my problems when I have some kind of issue. That's why if you ever wonder why I have my lights hooked up, I always, if I see like some kind of problem that I did at a party, here's another issue. Here's another example. One time, the volume on my systems were going up and down. So I thought it was my mixer. When I got back home, I reboot the controller, and I did, what is it called? I forgot the word. But anyways, I forgot the word. But I rebooted it, and and it was still having the same issues. So then I end up finding out, this is weird, it was the cable, my speaker cable, that was causing the issue. And I never knew about that stuff. I was like, why would a cable cause it for going up and down, the volume going up and down? But as soon as I replaced the cable, everything started working fine. So I noticed it was a cable. And that's what the thing is, that I like to always come home and connect all my system back up. And I like to play with my system because you never know. Another thing also, this cable right here, this is to my controller. I already threw it away. The other one was my 2 parties that I did. I noticed when I was connecting them, this one wouldn't connect to my controller. This cable wouldn't connect to my controller. And I rebooted the computer, I unplugged it, plugged it up, and it wouldn't connect. So after a while, it did connect, and I said, okay, it's working now. But at my second gig, it happened again. So I took out the cable and I threw it away. I said, forget that. I already know it's a cable. So I just ordered this one. It's only 3 feet, so it's really short. And I have a backup. It's always in my my backpack. So I had to use the backup, and the backup is like 6 feet. So it's a bunch of cable. And that one is pretty short. It's not that long. It's just from my controller to my computer. So that's why I like to hook up my equipment when I get home. And I like to, make sure everything's working. I like to make sure this is working. I like to make sure that's working. I like to make sure everything is working. If I hear a pop, snap, a little crackling or some kind of noise at a party, I'll come home and try to duplicate it and see, maybe it was just something weird, But I try to duplicate it. Maybe one of these days, these wires are going to start acting silly, because I had them for a while now. And maybe one day I'm going to have to replace them, So I like to get home and I like to test things out. And then my dumb cat, not the black one, but the yellow one, I'm not sure where he's at. He's always chewing on my wires. Look at this. I had my lights plugged up the other day, these lights. I had them plugged up, and one of these right here, he started chewing on it. And I'm like, dumb cat. I forgot where it's at, but I'm not sure where it's at, but he started chewing on my wire. And that thing makes me mad, is that he's always chewing on my wires. So now I unplug it and put it up, because that's what my daughter said. I told her, because that's her cat. I said, your cats keep chewing my wires. And you know what her thing is? Well, you gotta put them away. You can't just let them, dangle. I don't know, if he sees anything dangling, he chews on it. This one too. I believe he chewed this one too. This wire that's hooked up. The guy had to use a stool to get on my speaker, my reach up there. I'm too short. I can't reach. So yeah, my cat, he's always chewing on my wires, man. It makes me mad. I'm gonna have at a gig, he's gonna short out on me one day. Like this cable, the power to the mixer. I'm gonna have to buy another cable, because he chewed on it. He didn't break it, but he just liked to chew on the plastic rubbery stuff. One day he's gonna get shocked. Watch, he's gonna get shocked. Where he's at? Where's that crazy cat at? Anyways, this one right here, I like that cat, but the other one chewed my wires. So yeah, hopefully that's 3 updates right there. I'm gonna figure out this right here, because it shakes and moves. I'm gonna stuff it with some a napkin or some toilet paper or something. Something to just stuff it in. This one is fine. This one is nice and tight. The other one is loose. That's how I clamp my lights. I just use regular clamps. I don't even tie it. I just slide it to the pole. And I just see the way it's kind of a little sideways, because that's where the weight is coming to the back. And I like to put it in the back, because like I said, in the front, people always bumping into it. And right here in the back, nobody bumps into it. And yeah, so here goes your boy DJ City Mano. So hopefully this helps you. Since I can't sleep, I should just practice. It's 5 a.m. I got a gig coming up, and I should practice. Go get some cereal and practice. I downloaded some good music. This party coming up this weekend, it's gonna be Latin music. It's gonna be all Latin. It's gonna be cumbias. reggaeton and banda. So banda doesn't really come out as much no more, but I found a new banda song. I think it's called El Baile del Pipín or something like that. I think it's El Baile del Pipín, and another one is Banda um, Recoditos. And I think that one is called, I forget, but both of them are cumbias. One of them is really fast cumbias. I call it cumbias, but it's really fast. The other one is a slower one. And I'm going to add those to my mix. And I noticed also with the banda, these speakers doesn't pump the banda. My other ones did. Um, the EVs. The suckers pump the banda because the bass. And this one doesn't do it. So I got to figure something out. I got to I don't want to put too much bass because, like I said, when I play the reggaeton, it's going to be too much bass. But this one, I noticed that the banda sounds kind of weird. So I got to figure something out. I have a drive rack that I never use. And I probably could, and that one has like a little EQ on it. I should bring it back out, but I never use it. I should sell it. But yeah, your boy DJ City Models, and I did last update. I did order some those 50s Rockville. I think they're called Rockville rechargeable 50s. I'm not sure, but I ordered 4 of them, and they should be here by Friday. And they're battery operated. There's a big old ugly looking round ones, and they're just RGB. But I just want them just to illuminate the DJ only. So my idea, since they're battery operated, and I have 4 of these little chingies. I got 4 of these sitting around. They're not doing nothing but collecting dust. I got 4 of those. So I just ordered 4 of those lights. They're battery operated. That's what I like, that they're battery operated. And another thing that I like is about these lights. They have a plug. They have a plug on them. Let me show you over here. They have a plug on them. I don't know if you guys can see. Hold on. I'm trying to show you. It's hard to see. It's dark. Here goes here where you plug up the power. Right here, there's another plug out. And I like these because, for example, when I get those other ones, I want to be charging on my chingies, and I want to be charging the light at the same time. So I could get this one and plug it up straight to the light, so I could charge both at the same time. You know what I mean? And then right now, the reason why I have these right now plugged up is because I have a gig coming up and I'm trying to charge it at the same time. I want to charge these, and when I'm not using these lights right now, like these, I'm not using them, the moving heads, I'm going to unplug this and charge up the Rockvilles, Best Part 60s. I'm going to charge them. So sometimes I like to, like if I'm not using them, I just charge them real quick. And these lights last for a long time. These last for a good 9 hours. See, I'm at 95%. I just used them last night for a little bit. They last for a good 9 hours. These big ones and these little ones last for a good, they last for a good 15 hours. And somebody keep on asking me about what kind of uplighting I use. They're the wedges, the Rockville wedges, and the Rockville Best Par 50s, and there's the Best Par 60s. But the wedges, they don't make them no more. I noticed that they don't make them no more. So that's why I end up getting those other ones. But I just want to use them for just uplighting, to illuminate just a DJ. I'm just gonna, my idea was to get 4 of them, and I'm gonna put them just shining on me. Just shining the DJ. That's it. I just want to, because I don't take a facade. I don't take a facade because I don't have no room in my car. So I never take that facade. I should get a bigger car. Go get a Durango. Because I have a Journey. So I was thinking about, since I don't take a facade, I was just going to shine them right here on this box to reflect and make it look all, ooh. And just to shine over here. And yeah, I'll see what I'm gonna do, but that's my plan. Yeah, I'm just a small DJ. I don't do big events, so that's why I don't get that big equipment, like the big moving heads and all that. I just do a bunch of little backyard parties. So that's good for me. I don't want to do big events. I'm solo, and these little events are pretty cool. They just keep me busy. All right, I'm out. Your boy, DJ City Manos. Peace.